Your ex is at a party, or at the gym, or at your work. How do you stay positive when the guy's always around? And are you screwing yourself over by going into relationships when you know your future is in a different country? Welcome to Ask Mark. It's week number 49. Great to be here again. Week 50. Next week, I'm going to do something a little bit special for it. But for right now, join the Facebook group and don't forget to get your tickets. I'm going to be in Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, LA, New York, Miami, and I want to see you there. So check the link in the description for those details. Let's get into the first question. It's a really good one, and I've got a couple along similar threads come through. The first is from Sacred Keylok, and Sacred Keylok says, my previous post made me think of this question. What is the best way to stay graceful and civil towards someone who hurt you badly? To not radiate negative energy, especially in a social gathering. We're going to be at the same party next week. Thank you, Mark. Similar question along the same lines. I don't know, I think it was Tatiana, I think her name was, said, I don't want to have anything to do with someone like that, but what if I do need to see him pretty much every day? I don't want to give up gym because of him. We always go at the same time. How can I deal with this so that I don't feel uncomfortable? And what should I say to him when he tries to talk to me and flirt? I also had a similar question come through from Sonia in the Facebook chat who basically said, I work with my ex, how do I handle this? How do I stay positive? So we've got a whole bunch of questions along the same lines. It's how do you stay positive around your ex? The first question you want to ask yourself is, do you really need to be there at that time when he's there? A lot of the things you don't want to give up might be because your ex is around, but if it's a party with his friends, if it's a gym time when you can go at a different time, ask yourself, is this torture really worth it? Are you really going to put yourself through this just so that your ex cannot affect your life? Don't think so much about not letting him affect you. Think about healing yourself and getting over him. Maybe you don't have to attend that party that's mostly his friends anyway. Maybe you can go to the gym at a different time, Tatiana, and stop subjecting yourself to this torture. Now, that's not always possible, which brings us to step 2, which is change your focus. I think of this situation where you have to be around your ex a lot like meditation. When you're meditating, your mind will run off. It'll run off and do different things. Imagine yourself chasing cars down a road. But then you bring it back and you stand on the side of the road. It can happen again and again, but you just keep bringing yourself back. In this instance, bringing yourself back is changing your focus to things of outside yourself. If you're at a party, you see your ex talking to someone, boom. Change your focus to the people you're with, to your friends. Listen acutely to what they're saying and show genuine, real interest in what they're saying. If your ex comes over, you can be polite, you can be normal, you can be respectful, and then you can, boom, go back to showing genuine interest and having fun with those people. If you're at work, do better work than you've ever done before. Talk to your ex if you need to about the work stuff and focus on talking to others as well, but most importantly, get your work done 100,000%. If you do run into him at a weird time at the gym, turn your music up and focus 100% on your session. Have the best damn session you've ever had. Your mind will keep going back to your ex, but just like running off down the road, just bring it back each time. It's normal. Focus on that positive distraction, whatever it is. And if your ex does come and talk, you can be respectful and then get back to that focus. Finally though, the most powerful thing you can do is this. It's to be genuinely happy for him. And this is really fucking hard when he's hurt you. But when you truly, truly absorb the fact deep into your soul that you would not want someone who doesn't want you, and you would not want someone who treats you like that, you become happy for yourself because you've moved on, and you become happy for him because he's moved on with someone that makes him happy. Keeping your anger and holding onto it inside you about your ex and around your ex is literally just drinking poison and hoping that it hurts him. When you truly move beyond that anger by realizing that, do you know what, if he doesn't want you, you want him to go off and be happy without you. You reach a point where you're not wishing bad on someone, no matter what they've done to you. I really believe that one of the most powerful things we can do as humans is want what's best for people who don't necessarily want what's best for us. Because that, to me, truly shows the type of person you are. And when you achieve that mindset, there's no shifting your focus. You don't have to avoid your ex. You're going to be genuinely happy for that person. And you're going to move on with your amazing life without someone like that in it. Of course, it's not always so easy. So you can always not go to the gym at the same time as him as well. Second question is from... Okay, I'm not even going to try. She says, "Hey Mark, I'm currently working to save up for college. I've graduated from an all-girls private school. I've got the next 8 years of my life planned out, including which design firm I'm aiming for, which country by which year. I'm extremely competitive and passionate about interior design. I'm not looking for a guy right now, but not completely closed off. I want my partner to be someone in China because that will be the last country I settle in. Don't want a long distance relationship, but if things go as I plan, no relationship of mine will last more than 3 years until I have to leave again. Theoretically, I won't be able to date someone for the next 7 years without eventually breaking things off. I know it's very likely things won't last that long, but in case I find myself in a relationship I feel reluctant to break away from, I need a plan B. Heartbreak might be inevitable, but I don't want to do anything to tempt it. I feel if I choose to close off the dating door, I might become even more focused on my self-development than I already am, but it feels like I'll likely become emotionally unavailable. I don't want to miss the right guy either. I would love to hear your take on this." Well, thank you so much for writing in. You'll have to let me know how to pronounce your name, but thank you, and it's a really good question. The way I see it, there's really only 2 reasons that you'd focus so exclusively on career and self-development and completely rule out dating and relationships for this long a period of time. Number 1 is to avoid pain. And when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, would you rather have loved and lost or never loved at all? You've got to ask yourself, what are you going to look back and regret? If you're telling me that you can get to 80 and be like, yep, cool, put those 7 years away and I'm very happy with that decision, great. Maybe avoiding pain's best for you. But I think for most people, and from what I've learned about mental health, I don't think that's how you're going to look back and look. I think you're more likely to look back and wish you used that time to connect with people. And the second fear, which I think you're going through here, is the fear of what if he distracts me? There's a fear of, well, what if I do fall in love? And what if that man knocks me off my passion and knocks me off my plan? What if I let romance distract me and don't achieve my life dreams? It's an understandable fear, but it's not a valid one, because you are completely in control of that. Things change over time, values might change over time, but if your values are as strong for interior design as they are right now, that's not something you have to worry about. You're always going to make the decision you need to. It's always going to be in your hands, and then you're going to move on to the next country and do your next thing there. You are always in control. You will be the one who makes the decisions. And there is no person who can choose, who can make you decide to leave your interior design path other than you. So that's not a valid fear. Thank you for writing in. Really good questions this week. I liked them, and make sure you tune in next week for number 50 as well. Hey, I want to see you in person though. Join the groups, get the tickets below. I really want to see you there. We've got the Facebook group as well, so make sure you join that. Give the video a like, hit that subscribe button and a little bell so you get the notifications. And I look forward to seeing you in Ask Mark number 50.